Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Fantasy Football Marvel Snap podcast with your host Ken Sino. We have a top scorer and a low scorer with us. I don't. I'm not gonna let you guys know which it is. You guys can guess who you think is the lowest and who's the top scorer. Um, it was a great week. Week 5, one of the best weeks in the NFL so far. I mean, it's the first week we had with bye weeks, so it was a very interesting fantasy for a lot of people. Um, we're gonna dive right into it. But before that, guys, how you guys doing? So, how you doing?
I'm
Paper,
doing
Yoda.
good. I'm doing good.
Doing well.
Doing pretty good.
Yes.
All right. How you guys feel about your teams going into this midway season?
I feel like I've built a very strong roster. I'll say I'm pretty confident in my team right now.
The
All right,
Lions, the
perfect.
Lions look great. That's what I got going for me. But my fantasy team is not. My fantasy team is like
Well,
0-16 Lions.
oh my goodness.
Struggle.
It's crazy. Both the Lions and the Bucks has gone winless in a season. Right? The only two teams in the NFL that's gone
I thought
winless.
Was it Browns?
Browns,
Oh,
Browns,
Browns
for sure.
too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Did the Bucks go 0-16?
Yes,
I
they
didn't know
did.
that.
Way back when the Tampa Bay Yucks.
Yeesh.
And we're wearing the old school creamsicles against the Lions this weekend. So that should be
It's
a
gonna
good
be, it's gonna be a
matchup.
good game.
Yeah, it's good. That's gonna be a great game. Both teams are phenomenal right
Is
now.
it Mike Evans is out there, right?
Uh,
He
questionable.
practiced in limited form.
No, he's not gonna play.
He's
Yeah, I
not
don't think
gonna
so
play.
either.
No, he's
I'm
not
not
playing.
putting that. Well, we're gonna dive into that right now too.
No, I think
All
I
right.
think it's gonna be a good game. Even like Baker's playing really well.
Agreed. Baker's cooking it up.
Was he playing well, or was it just bad matchups?
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find
Wow.
out.
Hopefully Brian
Okay.
Branch comes back.
Mm.
It was smart. I'm glad they sat him last week. He didn't need to be getting injured for the season, so they're smart resting him, St. Brown and Gibbs against
Yeah.
a team that they should have beat without him, and they did. So good call.
That is fair. That is
We'll
fair.
say I was missing St. Brown last week though.
Yeah,
we'll say
fantasy
that.
wise, yeah.
The Detroit still.
I was
You
gonna
are
tell. I was
missing
gonna. I
St.
was gonna
Brown.
message you and say Laporta's probably gonna do well, but it's harder
Yeah.
when you have Laporta and Hawkinson. Like they can both go off. So
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna dive into it. Of course, the first matchup was W versus C
You
now.
just
Now,
had to
W.
troll just now, didn't you? You had to just come
What do you
in
mean?
here
We had
and
to go with the
troll.
first match. You're
It's all
on the
good, bro.
first.
You know
You're the
what?
first one on the left. I'm going from left to right,
It's
as we
all good.
normally do. So, as we said, it was W versus Cino.
Yeah.
Last week, Cino and I had the podcast. I did tell him W was going to beat him because W, again, is coming off a loss to the only undefeated team, putting up big numbers. I didn't think Cino could match it. And it showed here. I mean, 94 points.
I
You
couldn't
were the
match it.
second.
I couldn't match it.
let's look at
No,
that
you-
bench.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Yeah.
match it. Like, I don't know what this guy's talking about.
Okay,
Keep
all right.
going,
So,
keep going.
even on the podcast, I said that to him. I said, "You're going to lose by 100 and something points because you left all those players on the bench." And sure enough,
I love
not
the
100
hate.
something points, but you're close enough. Yes,
yeah, by 80.
but I did say that. I said, if you lose by 100 points, I'm going to laugh at you. Yeah, your bench put up more than your starters.
I don't think anyone would have guessed Fields was going off like that though.
I just-
Thursday
I would have
night
started
game,
Tua for sure.
yeah, I would.
Yeah,
I
and same
would
with
go-
Moore. Like he just, I mean, the way they were playing, it wasn't a bad decision. But hindsight's 2020, obviously.
Yeah, it was
Even
rough.
Thielen wasn't really doing a ton, but
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough, guys.
Jeez.
I had
but Jefferson got hurt, right? So
Connor got hurt. Jefferson got hurt. Kyrie Williams underperformed. My Patriots defense underperformed. It just was bad all around. The only guy that came to play was Tua, ironically. So that's what happens. If I would have played Moore and Fields, I win. Do I win?
Yes,
Yes, I do win.
So, more than anybody. As long as you played more
Yeah.
than anyone else, you
Yeah.
win. Which
Not
you would have.
really. I would have had to play both of them to win.
Well, I said, yeah, more than somebody else. So if you
Yeah,
play
yeah.
more in Fields or more in Thielen, you win, right? Because you
Yeah.
lost by 80
I
points.
left a
So
lot of points on that bench, but it's all good.
it's all
yeah,
good.
yeah. I mean, listen, you couldn't be on top of the division, so I get it. You had to lose. It's fine. Hey, it is what it is.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
So we that was a great matchup, though. I mean, listen, like I said, W put up big numbers all the time. So
Yeah, just
Would've
games by his Burrow all of a sudden wanted to play.
Yes,
Remember
yes.
he knew how to play football.
and then Chase, of
And then
course,
Chase, that combination is killer. There was no winning that after that. Yeah.
agreed. Then we went to the Brodon Beckham Jr. versus Dolphin snap, which again we couldn't really call this game. We thought it'd be close Brodell wasn't winning at all, and then Dolphin Snap just got off a victory. So it was just like, all right, let's see how it goes. And sure enough,
Both teams 1-3 at the time, so it was a
Yes.
battle of 1-3. So
yeah, and Brodell Beckham Jr. pulled it off. So
sure
shout out to
did.
Jolly Roger because his team, Z Moss, Ridley, they just
Got
came.
him.
They came.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came to play. As you can see, his starting outscored his bench. You know, take some notes, right?
That was the funniest thing I've ever heard. It's just a regular jokes. Just regular Kevin Hart today. It's all good.
So this is how it went. So it went down, which is pretty good. Good matchup. I mean, let's see what they do next week. We'll get into next week. We're just gonna run through this real quick. And of course, we had me versus Three Digs in a Blanket versus Tucker. I really thought going into this I had a chance to win. Definitely only lost by 10. Yeah, 10 and change,
Yeah.
10 point something points.
You were the only person I thought you would win, so it's all good. I mean, I get
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, listen, my team all put up solid numbers. It's just the fact that Tucker team put up more than me. And I mean, that's
Sure.
it. Nobody on the bench. I mean, yes, Young, if I play them over Pat Mahomes, no, still lose. So doesn't matter any way you look at it. Tucker's team came to play this week. So shout out to Tucker getting that W.
Yeah, Stephon Diggs really helped him big time.
Yeah, 100%.
It's also a testament to the buys as well. I mean, you had 4 guys
Yes.
on buy.
On buys. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, yeah, my big players too, Keenan Allen, Mike Evans. And I'm happy that I got the buys out the way early. So when we ready to go down into the season and the playoffs, we're sitting pretty. So
True. They stay healthy. You got a lot of injury prone guys, but it's all good.
yeah. We'll be all right. You know what? You're right. Let's see how it goes now. Then of course, we'll go to your lowest score of last week.
I beat him by 4 points, guys. By 4 points.
Yes. Was Yoda.
Miles Sanders got cut immediately.
Yeah. Yes, he did.
Unbelievable, dude. 0.2. Like you got. I mean, I knew he was going to do bad against Detroit, and Gibbs was out, and the waiver wire didn't look good for running backs. It was just a rough.
Right, you were right.
Running back situation's tough right now.
Jordan
Jordan Love did not do anything.
0.20.
Goddard got all the points for Smith. So
yeah,
Garrett Wilson's never playing again until he shows me otherwise.
Wow.
Like, and that's not his fault. That's the quarterback's fault. But.
Yeah, that's all Zach Wilson's fault.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with Garrett. His talent far exceeds Zach Wilson.
And Moody didn't kick a single field goal because the 49ers just destroyed Dallas. So
destroyed Dallas.
Yes.
And I think they're going to do that to every team. They got
and then Gabe Davis went off. Like Gabe Davis would have won me the game, but
yeah,
it doesn't matter. My team was garbage. So
I was going to tell you that
I
too.
deserve to
I
lose.
mean, not really. Listen, you could have won this game.
Yeah.
You lost by a couple. You definitely could have won this game.
Yeah.
Aaron put up some points as
I mean,
well.
if Love scores 20, like we're fine. But
right,
that was
if
a
Love-
really bad
because
game.
Jacoby Myers balled for me. He was a good pickup. Him and Jimmy
Yes.
G are connecting pretty
Yeah.
well.
Agreed.
Kelsey balled out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Somebody
as he
else
should.
decided. Madison did fine. I'll take 12 points all day from running back.
I
Yeah,
do
we
think
were-
Devontae Smith's going to do more.
No, I think he's fine. Yeah,
Yes, he's fine.
With
Goddard just
this,
got all the catches that game.
with this Eagles team, it's a pretty clear pattern. Every time a player is like visibly frustrated in the game, the very next game they have a pop
They
off
have a
game.
crazy-
Yeah, remember
Like,
AJ Brown is frustrated.
AJ
and he
Brown, Dallas Goddard, and now Devonta
Yeah.
Smith.
AJ
So
Brown got it immediately, right? He started barking
Yeah.
on Jalen Hurts on the sideline. The next 3 passes.
The thing that sucks too is Smith and Davis are both like home run or bust type players. Like they're the deep ball guy, so
for sure.
Right.
it's a gamble. But we'll see.
Yeah, you might want to explore trades, bro. Maybe get rid of Kelsey for a 2-for-1 type of thing. Maybe
Yeah.
also Devonta Smith for a 2 because he's a great player. I mean, I noticed he didn't have a great game, guys, but it's okay because that's gonna turn around.
Yeah, I think Kelsey's the only player of value I have that I could get somebody good for sure.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Trade away.
I picked up,
get
London.
running back and a wide receiver out of it.
I don't know how well he's gonna do, but
Okay,
we'll see.
that's a hit or miss play. They're just Arthur. That Arthur Smith, that coach, he does not like feeding his stars at all. He does not like feeding his stars. He likes to feed the running back, Bijan. It was like that with Cordero Patterson last year.
Yeah.
They do not like to Pitts should be getting the ball on a regular basis.
Yeah.
I don't understand why he wouldn't be using a great tight end, big tight end with receiver quality. I don't get it.
It's a mystery in the NFL,
it's
honestly.
the biggest mystery ever. I don't get. Jonnu Smith loves Jonnu Smith though. Pass the ball to Jonnu Smith, not Kyle Pitts. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Drake London is definitely hit or miss, but at least you have you have some red zone potential there, at least.
Yeah, we'll see. I have to do something, obviously, but my my playoff hopes are pretty much
Not
dead.
yet. Not
No,
yet.
you still got time.
I'm realistic. It's
You're
not.
not 0-7. You're not 0-7, so you're okay for
Go
now. You still got time.
5-5 and then see what happens.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. And of course, the main event was the East Coast Avengers versus looks good on paper. We both said paper would win, given that paper put up so many points the last week against
Well, I
W.
think I picked a party. Did I pick a party? I think I did.
Maybe you could pick. That's fine. You picked the
Honestly,
person
dude,
that
he was
lost.
only projected 118. I was looking at the thing today. That's so disrespectful.
I just need to see.
The projections
Yeah,
on these are never make sense.
Yeah, I said the same
Definitely
thing.
wrong.
Yeah, I said, come on, paper put up the most points last week. Sure, you can
Yeah.
put up the most points this week. And here it is, of course, again at 198 with his team just going
Sam
ballistic.
Howell sitting with more points than Jordan Love. This is ridiculous.
That's just crazy. It's just crazy.
I mean,
Didn't you drop Sam Howell too after this?
oh
Is
yeah,
that right?
I
Yeah.
only picked him up because Herbert was on bye.
Yeah,
Right,
that was
right.
that was a
Like
good call.
I'm ride or die with Herbert. I think Herbert's going
Right.
to score at least 15 every game. So,
I agree. Yeah, that's a good call.
Wow.
Smart.
What a
so
great pickup,
that
though.
was my buy. I was actually trying to pick. I had waivers in for both CJ Stroud and the other rookie.
Yeah, I
not
had
Bryce
one for
Young.
Stroud as well.
Stroud
Richardson?
and somebody else. Yeah, for Richardson.
Yeah.
Richardson got injured, and then Stroud didn't do anything. So
Yeah, I
like,
had
I'm
Richardson. He
glad I
kept
got
getting
Howell.
hurt. Yeah, I had one in for CJ as well, but the
He
Jolly
was
Roger
putting
for some
up
reason had
great
a
numbers,
better
though, right?
waiver than I did.
I mean,
Say it
Richardson
again?
was putting up great numbers, and it's just, if he could just stay healthy and on the field, I think he'd be a great option as quarterback.
Yeah,
I'm
I had
pretty sure somebody picked him
three.
up.
I had three players out. I had Herbert, St. Brown, and Kenneth Walker all out. So those are three of my top scorers as well. So
Yeah,
I had to
Herbert's gonna
do
be
a
on
lot
for
of
a while too.
yeah. Both a party and I were heavily invested in trading this week as well,
Oh, yeah.
and we were really trying to beat each other in this matchup.
Faber actually came out on top and got I forgot his name, Ray Hall.
Brees Hall, yeah.
Brees Hall.
You know why? Because there's a Bryce Hall on defense.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mhm.
keep getting them. I call Brees Bryce. It's confusing. But Brees Hall, yeah,
Right.
yeah. And you got
Mine-
in the trade, which I said
Yeah.
on this podcast right beforehand.
You
Right
said
as
it was
we were-
gonna
I
be
said-
this- yeah.
Brees Hall's breakout week was this week because Denver, obviously, right? But I think
Every
they'll put up some sort of numbers for you.
every running back against Denver has put up at least 20 points.
Yes.
So if
And
you
receivers.
if you see that matchup ever, run the running back for that team
That's
because
right, and run the defense that's going against that team.
Well,
Then
I mean
Montgomery
they're not
just-
always great though.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
Yeah,
everybody
Montgomery
so far
on
has
that
been
first
really
day.
solid.
That was a great trade
Yeah.
for her.
And then
Again,
I've been
we-
streaming defenses, and I thought the Ravens were really going to destroy Pittsburgh, and then that just didn't happen.
Division game never
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah,
it's always
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
Always tough when it comes to that. But yeah, speaking of trades, so based on I guess how everything worked out for between Sino and a party had
David Montgomery.
had Cup
Oh,
Cup
yes,
on
yes.
injury reserve, which
Mhm.
caused the trade to be halted
Yes.
because Cup wasn't in a playable spot.
He
Very
was on
weird.
IR. Mhm.
Yeah, NFL is very odd. They should have told them that they should have told them the trade couldn't even go through, or they should be able to trade until
It
Cup
should have
moved.
told a party that she
So-
needs to take Cup and drop a person off her team.
Right. So the
Because
fact that they didn't do that, yeah, go ahead.
that can also affect waivers as well.
Right,
Like
correct,
right now, I
exactly.
think Greg Dulcich from Denver that I've just had on injured reserve as a tight end. I think I
Right.
need to just drop him because any waiver that I have is going to fail. I think
Yes,
Since he's-
yes,
technically playable now.
Yes.
correct.
Mhm.
And because of that, so the morning comes and Sino and a party reaches out and they're like, "Did that trade get vetoed?" And I'm like, "I don't think anybody in the league would have vetoed that
I said
trade."
nobody
but-
complained that it get
I said,
vetoed.
right.
No.
I said, but if that was the case, you guys should get an email that says, "Hey, your trade was vetoed." So they checked the
Mhm.
emails, and the emails basically explained the same thing. Cup is playable, whatever crap it was.
Mhm.
So I'm like, all right, no problem. So they was like, can we do a trade and just force it through? I'm like, as a commission, I can't force it through. I can just drop and add players. So I proceed to do that, and the NFL app goes, sorry, who was it? Who
It said
played
he
it? You
cannot
got?
drop CD Lamb from a
CeeDee
party.
Lamb is undroppable, and I'm like, okay,
Hmm.
I got to see why. I don't understand that. I checked, and basically there is a NFL, I guess, website that has a list of undroppable players, and NFL.com, to make things fair, compares that list to any league and say these people are not droppable. To make it fair, I get it. So let's say somebody's losing, for example, Yoda. If you feel your season's over,
You can't just dump my team.
right? You can't just dump Kelsey, right? So that's how that works. So then I had to go figure out how to turn that off, just to do this, to put it back on, just so they can go through and get their games in, because that was a very interesting morning. But
yeah, it makes sense for collusions.
Yes, yes, correct.
That's happened in the past in leagues I've been in.
That makes sense.
Like give their team to somebody else. It's like
right.
They miss the playoffs. They give their buddy all the players,
all the good players. Makes sense,
right?
So that's what that list is for. So I did learn something new. I didn't know there was a list that you can actually add another list. You can add ESPN's list. You can add X, Y, and Z. So that's pretty good for those who commission their league.
How'd you get around that?
I had to turn it off. I had to turn it off.
You turned it off. Okay.
Yeah. You could go into the settings and say we don't want any list to compare droppable to.
Okay.
Did the drops, do what I had to do, add the players, and then I put it back on. So this way it's back on. But for that, anybody's commissioning any other league, that option does exist. You can turn off or on, or select another website that you want to compare drop lists to. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Like you said, people can't just give away their team at the end. I think that definitely was happening in the past. Back in
you got lucky too, because I think Vikings said he saw someone in there and like almost picked him up.
Oh yeah. Well, if that had happened, I would have just taken him off of.
Yeah. It would have been funny though.
Right? It would have been funny.
He would have been like, "What the fuck?"
It would have been the funniest thing.
Why do I have this other guy back on my team?
Yes, I would have definitely had to be like, sorry, I explained why it would happen, but that would have been funny. Nonetheless, she did a great job. The trades worked out for her. Again, she put up 187 points in the lose. If she would have played anyone besides Bordell, Beckham Jr., and Paper, she would have won the game. So,
she's definitely she's got a better team than the 3-2 record shows.
Yeah, I agree.
That's fair. But right now, of course, if we go into the standings, you guys can see that the ones that are at the top are both W and hold on. Why can I not go back to the league?
You have to sign in, brother.
Nah, not really. I think. Well, here we go.
It was Vikings' first win too, so both of us were winless going into that matchup. So
yeah,
one of us is guaranteed a dub.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. Somebody was gonna stay
winless
0-5, and somebody was gonna go down to 1-4.
Right.
All right, there we go.
So the standings, of course, Paper W or number 1, number 2. Paper is number 1 in the division. W is number 2 in division. Number 2 in division. He's also number 2 in the entire league. Of course, I am 4th in overall and number 1 in my division. 2 above Sino, by the way. Oh, look at that. You got Tucker taking your spot. And that's fine. That's totally fine.
Not to mention we're all the same record, but you know what? Let's forget about that.
Listen, based on the division,
3-2.
Based on the division, it's a big deal to me because if we started the playoffs, you would be 6th, I would be 4th. All right, so it does make a difference. I know you don't want to hear it. I know you don't want to see it, but it's here on paper, pun intended. That paper is number 1, and I'm number 4, and you're number 6.
No problem.
All right, nonetheless, let's get to week 6.
That's just temporary. We got a long
season. All right, let's get it going.
Long season, bro.
All right, starting off first, of course, East Coast Avengers are on her way to go and avenge her loss against me now. Take out all that anger on me and try to beat me this week, as we're both 3-2 going into week 6, trying to find out where our records will stand. If one of us will be 3-3, one of us will be 4-2. Next week is the mid of the season, so we're going to be discussing draft and everything else. But this is the time to try to get the W to see where your record is come week 7. And as you can see right now,
oh no, I forgot there was a game on right now.
No.
Oh, that's not good.
No, see what yo, Ken set me up, y'all.
I set you up.
I
set you up. You should know better. You should know better than that,
bro.
As we're recording this, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I have 3 players in right now. I was contemplating to put Judy in or keep him in. I said, you know what? Why not? They're playing tonight. It's a primetime game. Hopefully he does go off. Let's see what he does. And of course, I got to put Chiefs defense in against the Broncos. So
it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. So now as this game is playing out, of course, a party has her team ready to go. Montgomery, Allen, Kamara, good Cup. All these top players here. Dolphins also the great defense is Carolina. Which one do you guys think is going to win? We'll start with the person who forgot to put people into the casino. Who's winning, a party or myself?
You set me up, man. Right when I was looking at my lineup, he calls me. He's like, "Get in the room, come on, hurry up." I'm like, "All right, cool."
Yeah, totally, you don't have anybody playing this game anyways.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yes. So what you worried about?
That's messed up. You got to go down a little bit, bro. Pause.
Yeah. Sorry. Here you go.
Mahomes, I think, is about to wreck shop, bro. He's going up against Denver. I think he's about to go off. Even though he hasn't, it's still the first quarter.
He better go off.
Christian McCaffrey's always just fucking tough. Spears decided to play last week, so I think Derrick Henry will decide to play this week. That might be rough. Keenan Allen, you got a good squad. Did you put anybody? Okay, so if Mike Evans plays, you're going to play Mike Evans in the flex, right?
Yes, over Thomas. And I picked up Thomas last week and gave me some good points. So
okay, I still like a party. I'm going to pick a party.
All right, of course you would. All right, what about you, Yoda? How you feel about this matchup?
Yeah, this is a coin toss.
Oh, that Chiefs defense is about to eat too. Damn,
I'm telling you, it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
this is so rough.
I think Kupp will have a good game against Arizona. I think Montgomery's going to play well. He hasn't had a bad game yet.
He played the Bucs yet, though. I'm just saying.
True, we'll find out.
Yeah,
Dolphins defense is going to eat, but I think Chiefs defense is going to eat as well. Hopefully Mahomes goes off. Hopefully throws like 4 touchdowns to Kelsey.
I need it. To Kelsey, to your boy, 100%.
Hey, I'm gonna go.
Hard, right?
I'm gonna go with Tech on this one.
It's rough.
I like Mahomes a little bit more than Allen.
I do like.
I like McCaffrey over Kamara. I think Montgomery will outscore Spears.
That's fine.
And Keenan Allen, Dallas' defense is tough, but Monday night game, I think Allen does well.
Dallas' secondary is washed though.
Yeah,
like they're not defending anything.
They lost their heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like.
So I think I'm gonna give this to Tech, but it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be within 10 points.
I hear that. What about you, Paper? How you feel?
It's gonna be close. I just don't trust Judy. Like I just see him laying goose eggs all the time.
Yeah. If I was her, I'd change Puka and put in Olave to go against Judy.
Yeah, so that's the other thing. I mean, the Rams could only feed both Kupp and Nakua like so much, right? It's going to be a matter of time before Kupp is just the guy again.
They're paying him.
So it's really hard to judge how good a party's team is going to do, but it's going to be a close game. I think for the sake of being different, I think I'm going to go with the party on this one because I think Josh Allen against the Giants is going to go off. Kamara is going to probably go off. If he gets like that first week he came back, he had like 20 targets, 20 pass targets or something something ridiculous.
Yes. And
like if they could just feed him again. Yeah. So, and then I think the Seahawks and the Bengals are going to be in a shootout. So I think DK might get some points here. So I think I'm going to go with the party on this.
So we got 2 parties.
More, but...
Yeah.
I would just invest in another game. I wouldn't want 2 receivers in the same game. I'd go Kupp and Olave. Excuse me.
McLaurin, Scary Terry could pop off too, though, against Atlanta.
Terry. Yeah, you're right. And you got Sam Howell playing like MVP level. So he just
it was against the Bears.
Yeah,
calm down.
Oh my gosh. The awesome Bears.
It's going to be close, yeah.
All right, so 2 for party, 2 for myself. Let's see what happens next week. Then, of course, we have the 2 gentlemen that's here right now. The 5-0, look good on paper. Mr. Undefeated, Mr. Top Scorer.
Guys playing. That's crazy.
Yeah, against Team Yoda, who is over 5. The lowest score, which is, it is what it is. I guess you guys are going to pick yourselves, but you guys can talk about it in a second. I'm going to see who you picking. Oh, actually, let me see who's going to win this one.
Let's scroll down.
Let's go. Let's go through it.
Let's go, Kelsey. Let's go.
Stafford's not locked in yet. I might change quarterback still too. I'm not sure.
Okay. You stole one of my waiver wire picks, and I see him sitting there right now.
I know, but
I was going for Logan Thomas to plug in my tight end, and you definitely stole that from me.
You went. I was either between Foreman and the running back you picked up, but I don't know. It's running back. The Chicago's a bad team. Minnesota's a bad team. It's hard to have.
Faith.
Both running backs are on a bad team, which is not a good look. But
Let's go, Kelsey.
Yeah,
I mean, I think
Yeah.
Jacoby Myers can go off still.
Kelsey.
Let's see.
Oh.
Hopefully, Lockett gets some love.
I see you put Davis in. That was good.
Eagles
against the
defense is
Giants.
going to destroy New York, but
Mhm.
I don't. But I said I don't see myself winning this week. But
I think you
It's-
have
it's-
a puncher's chance.
I mean, I'm going to hopefully score more than 90. But I mean,
If
he's got juggernauts over there that it's just going to be tough. They're going to have
I
off
have him on
games
my
for
bench.
sure.
What's homeboy's name from the Chicago Bears? He's the backup. Roshan Johnson.
Rashawn Johnson.
Yes.
Yeah.
If Roshan
I had
Johnson,
him for a bit.
Yeah, if Roshan Johnson plays, he's gonna get all the touches. So I'm a little.
I think he had a concussion, so I'm
he had a
going to.
concussion, but I think he cleared.
There's
So-
another person that I was looking at getting,
So
but
Donta Foreman's a little, but Donta Foreman could get the goal line touches. So who knows? You know what I mean?
yeah, I'm
Like,
not. I think he's projected higher than what he's going to get, but
You benched my boy Smith. Is there a reason?
I think it was just recency bias. I might throw him back in. It's between him and Gabe Davis.
Oh, okay. It was overreaction of
Yeah,
last
yeah.
game. That's
I think
okay.
Lockett's a solid. Lockett's going to get targets.
Yeah.
Instead of Jacoby Myers, I'll probably put your boy Smith back in.
I don't know him and pull up his stats with Jimmy G. Click Jacoby
It's
real
that
quick.
Patriot chemistry.
He gets
That's-
20 points every time Jimmy G starts. So
Yeah, he's gonna go. He's gonna go off.
the only games he struggled in was when he got hurt and then when Jimmy
Yeah.
G was out.
Yeah,
So
when
he's
that-
been until Jimmy G
Over
shows me
Devonta
otherwise.
Smith, though, bro.
He had 1 point, dude. I'll probably put him in for I don't know, it's between him and Davis probably.
I'm scared about that.
I'm riding with
It's-
Jacoby. Jacoby's people are sleeping on him.
It's hard because all these receivers are against kind of bad defenses, like all
Yeah.
four that we're debating between. Because like
Really, the
Gabe
Giants
Davis is
are
against
not
the
gonna
fucking
stop that.
Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
not have confidence in him. I don't know.
You don't have confidence in who?
The Giants defense. I don't have
Yeah.
any confidence in him. So I think you might be making a mistake with that one, but you're just gonna have to.
But if Smith's going against the Jets, so if Sauce Gardner, Sauce might be on
Sauce is on
but-
AJ Brown.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Which
Jets, I'm
has-
sorry, I said
has-
the Giants,
which is
okay.
good for Devontae, I guess. So
It's
Yeah.
made me not want to start AJ Brown, but that's kind of a ridiculous thing to say. So I think I
Yeah.
have to just
Oh,
start
yeah,
him.
yeah.
I'll probably end up starting Smith to be honest, but I'm probably going to take out Gabe Davis.
But
I can't give you advice. So
No, that's fine. I don't think whichever receiver I choose is going to be the difference maker, to be honest. So
I think, my opinion, Myers out, Smith in, and then a strong puncher's chance. I get that you're a little weak at RB.
Oh, Kelsey caught the ball.
Oh, look at that. That's 1 point. Let's
we
go,
got the
Kelsey.
lead, baby. All right, let's stop it now.
Let's do it.
Let's
Let's do
stop it
it.
now.
And then you trade Kelsey and you try to just strengthen your RB and get another wide receiver, two RBs and strengthen your RB core.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
That's what I could think. But I'm gonna have to choose paper on this one. Too strong.
Yeah, I agree.
100%. Same thing here. Paper 5-0, putting up all these numbers.
Mhm.
Feels like Paper's gonna be on this
Ian
episode.
Brown, St. Brown, Hawkinson,
Yeah.
Walker. This is like I can't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
agree.
mean, I tried to trade you St. Brown if we want to do a behind the scenes thing.
You did.
I tried to give
I'm
him
not
St.
gonna lie,
Brown.
Paper, after everybody went down, I was like, I should have fucking
Yep.
made that trade.
Yep.
I should have made
I-
that.
St. Brown
So-
will get you at least 5 catches a game. So
Yeah, but he wanted
So-
Jefferson. That was the hardest part.
You wanted who?
Yeah,
Justin Jefferson.
I was trying to trade
was it straight up or was it 2
no,
for
I was
1?
giving him a tight end as well.
Yes. He gave
Oh
me-
no, I would have taken that trade all day.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
dude,
bro.
he has 2
Jefferson,
juggernaut tight ends.
The
Yeah.
Jefferson of it
Oh,
all.
If I was even pre-injury, if I'm getting Hawkinson or Laporta and St. Brown,
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
actually prefer Hawkinson. I wouldn't want them to be on the same
Double
team if I was
the
getting a
trade.
trade.
Yeah.
double the
That's
trade.
kind of why
Um,
I'm trying to trade Laporta away.
I would have,
Even though
He's
he's
starting
probably
to-
better than Hawkinson, but
yeah.
I believe he has an injury also.
That's not a bad
He's
trade
just
offer though. That's
questionable.
that's a fair trade.
I should have
Yeah.
did it. I'm so.
Yeah.
But I
regretting
mean,
it.
it's not like
I'm so regretting it. Now that I got Jefferson,
hindsight's
on my eye,
2020 as well.
It's weak. Yeah, I feel bad.
So that would have been bad. Paper would have felt even worse if he took
Yeah,
that.
right.
Paper
Imagine.
Paper would have felt bad.
Guys,
I would have been okay though because I have Hawkinson and Hawkinson. It's going to be Hawkinson and Addison this week.
And I see you picked
Who's
up.
gonna-
I almost picked up DeAndre Hopkins. I was tempted.
Addison is still battling a little injury. Also, I think it might be KJ Osborne, which is why I picked him up. this week.
Yeah, it's hard to trust KJ though.
I get it.
After-
I get it. But no.
After all
Jefferson.
these years of saying he might be good and then
Yeah,
he's just like
but
the
no
third
Jefferson.
fiddle.
No Jefferson. Jefferson's
Yeah.
out. He's not in the equation, so you don't have to worry about that taking targets or whatever. So now it's Addison and Osborne, and one being a rookie, I believe. I think Addison is a rookie.
Yeah.
And one being a more established receiver. I kind of trust KJ a little bit more.
Hey, Kelsey has more points than Miles Sanders had already.
Wow. There you go.
But I
Actually, he has more points than like 3 of my players had. So
Last week.
that's
Sure.
sad.
got more than Jordan Love too, right?
Yeah, Jordan
Yeah.
Love, Gabe Day, or not
Yeah,
Gabe Day, it was
Jordan
Devontae
Love's
Smith and
You should let Kelsey play quarterback, bro.
I might try to trade. If he has a big game today, his selling price will be high.
Yeah,
Hopefully he goes
Yeah.
off, and I'll probably try to trade him after this week.
yeah.
You mean Taylor Swift's
Yeah.
boyfriend, but yes.
Yeah.
Your problem is you need running backs, and there's just not
There's no,
running
yeah,
backs to
no one's,
trade.
Yeah.
no one's gonna give up running back.
Yeah.
I get
Or
that.
maybe you trade for Kelsey for a QB and a RB because I see you're a little weak at QB. Also.
Yeah,
Maybe you get a QB and a RB, fill out 2 positions.
yeah. The
there.
whole Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson thing really,
Yeah, it screwed
really
you up.
backfired.
Yeah. I
It
heard.
really
Yeah,
screwed
yeah.
you up.
I took Garrett early, and I took
Rodgers
late.
late.
I took Wilson second. I think.
Mm.
So I was expecting Rodgers to just.
Breakout
him
year.
up, but-
I swear to God, I thought it was a breakout year. I thought Garrett Wilson was going to be the new, even better CD Lamb. Or Devontae Adams. Like that's how much promise.
That's how much you thought.
Yeah, that
Go
was
straight
going to
to it.
happen, and it did not work out, bro.
No.
It's all good.
Well, it looks like Paper is going to be here every week if he keeps putting up numbers like he is.
I mean, I've got really favorable matchups, like 2 Eagles against the Jets. I've got Etienne against Indianapolis.
Yes.
Herbert's against the struggling Dallas defense. So, like, I just have good matchups for the past 2 weeks, I feel
I think
like.
you drafted like a fucking champion. I'll put you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much.
We're gonna
There's
go
so
through
many
that
times
in
you
this
sniped a
episode,
play. 'Cause you think you got Kenneth Walker the round I was going to grab him. I should have grabbed Kenneth and then Rodgers. I did it backwards.
I mean, there's a lot of things that I wish I would have drafted instead as well.
I think you got St.
but-
Brown the same round I was going for him. I think even Laporta was like, you drafted really well. I drafted poorly. There's no excuses. I went for Rodgers way too early. And I was
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
backfired, but
I mean, I felt like I went
reached
for
for
Herbert
QB.
early.
I think
Like, I
reached
could-
for QB too early.
There's so many, like, really good players that I could have gotten instead of getting Justin Herbert.
Mhm.
That, like, I was looking at the draft the other day, and it's like, I cannot believe I grabbed Herbert instead of grabbing, like, this running back or
person.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I said the
yeah.
same thing, and that's usually not my style. I usually wait till around 6 or 7 to grab a QB.
and yeah, usually
there,
the leagues I do
getting
well
around
in,
4
I
every
grab
week.
running back early. And this
Yeah.
year I went tight end,
Yeah,
receiver,
maybe.
and that cost me. So
Yeah, I shouldn't have.
I'll be
gone
honest, I usually flex quarterback in most of my leagues.
Like a
If
streamer,
I don't
right?
get a really good one,
Yeah,
I
you
usually just
stream
stream my quarterbacks and my defenses
I don't
and my
blame you.
kickers. So
I do have a proposition though. I say next year we get rid of the tight end position and we make it another flex. All right, guys. Like, honestly, if we
I
should
was
throw
in
that
a-
around the
We
league,
could vote on that.
I was in
We
a
could vote
super
on
flex last year. It was like, should get
with
like a
the QB,
quarterback in
I've always
flex.
wanted to do that, bro.
So I had Josh
that-
Allen and Herbert last year, and it was insane.
I've always wanted to do a QB super flex.
Yeah.
that
It was
sounds like
fun.
so much fucking fun.
that. Madhouse. Well, we could do that.
The
I'm down
draft's
for that.
definitely different. You
Yeah,
go,
QBs
you go,
are
you go,
flying.
you go
QBs,
QB early.
yeah.
QBs are
Yeah.
flying now.
But I mean, you really worried about that? Because Jordan Love put up 2 points, Burrow put up 5
But
points.
you wouldn't draft.
Oh, well, no, I wouldn't, because last year I don't know how it happened. I had Allen, Herbert, and then Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley. They're like my first 4 picks.
Jeez,
Oof. Oof.
that's good stuff.
Yeah.
That's
So
And
crazy.
Pittsburgh-
then I jumped to this year and can't do anything.
It was
No
the
excuse.
tight
This is
end
no
position.
no excuse. This is
It
a
was the
competitive
tight
league,
end.
and like if you aren't, I just wasn't. My draft game wasn't good, so
No, everybody.
It's
plays
coming back
great.
to bite me.
Everybody
Yeah,
plays-
everybody's-
knows what
everybody's
they're
going
doing,
in right
so
now.
Nobody's making any dumb fucking decisions. So
Yeah.
it makes it really difficult,
It's-
but more fun.
it's more. No, I enjoy it. Like even though I'm 0-5, like this is the best league I've been a part of as far as like. Obviously, I'm at the bottom, so I'm not the competition. But usually, there's like always several two teams are like trash.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Yeah.
every team has been solid.
Yeah, this is
It
definitely a
ain't
tough.
over yet. It ain't over yet.
We still got time to go. But Paper, you do pick yourself, so we know you're
Yeah.
going for it.
I picked paper
Um,
too.
All four of us
Hopefully,
picked Paper.
hopefully hit him with the caster's curse.
All four of us picked- Yeah, there you go.
No,
There you
seriously, realistically, he's got it.
Pick your opponent. Maybe listen. Let me tell you something. If you win, that is the upset of the entire season.
Man, okay, when you guys said you were my bye, I was your bye week. I almost won that week, and I was like, man,
Yes.
again, I didn't though. Like I lost the loss. I'm like, my team fumbled the ball again.
Yeah.
But then they gave me hope, just like the old Lions. Like it's just close enough to
Hey,
you
the
can
Lions
win,
are
but you're not going to win.
The Lions are
The
winning.
Lions are looking good. I'm not
Listen.
I'm not holding my breath. They need to stay healthy, but if they stay healthy, they're gonna like
Oh, they're gonna be a
the NFC
problem.
North is
They're
garbage.
gonna be a
So
problem. Yeah.
Yeah,
Better now than later.
They'll win that. They'll
Better
win
now
that.
than later.
Especially now that Jefferson's out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Vikings were a better team than the record showed, I feel like. Because
Yeah.
Cousins was lighting people up.
Yes. I think
But now that Jefferson's out,
is coming back now that to Minnesota. I think Green Bay can't step in your way. Who else is it? Chicago.
We'll see what happens with Chicago. We struggle with scrambling quarterbacks.
If they could turn it around now, Chicago could play like consistently.
Chicago could be scary.
They lost one game against Denver, which was embarrassing. How do you lose that game? But if they could turn it around and start winning some games, then I'd be a little worried. But out of that whole division, I'm looking at Detroit like you guys got it. I don't see anybody messing.
Yeah, most likely you guys.
Knock on wood, we should, but yeah.
Yeah, the same way the
I've been let down enough times. I'm not crowning them yet. But they actually are a talented team this year, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Like Ben Johnson's cooking over there.
Correct
so
that defense just a little bit more.
I mean, if you look at the defense last year to where it is now, it's 10 times better.
Yeah,
it's crazy
turnaround.
They need to improve though. The secondary is still not.
Secondary, yeah, you need.
I mean, Branch is a beast. Gardner got hurt.
Branch
we're on like our third strings, and they're still.
Yeah.
Hutchinson's a beast though. So Hutchinson's another secondary. He's intercepting balls. So
crazy. He's gonna get.
I will say, fantasy wise, if I were to lose to anybody, it would be to a 0-5 team. Like
that is how it goes.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
That is how it goes.
That is so true. That's what I said.
That's when I have in the past, because this year it's not that way. But when I had like juggernaut teams, it was always like the teams you're supposed to beat that would upset you.
Yeah, facts.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes.
All right, who do we got? We didn't.
Dolphins snap versus Sons of Whitebeard. So,
all right. We got Vikings.
1-4, both teams. One on a losing streak, one on a winning streak. These are both matched kind of equally.
I mean, Tyreek Hill puts up points that 4 people can't put up. Been putting up like 40 and 50 games, which is insane.
So, that is big. That carried a win for Viking last week. Tyreek Hill. So that was big for him. I'll take first ups. I'm gonna go with Suns. Oh shit! I almost made a commitment that I wasn't ready for. He has the 49ers defense. No Deshaun Watson. No Nick Chubb. They're gonna put up about 40 points. Just the defense alone is gonna put on ridiculous numbers, unbelievable numbers.
But Bills are against the Giants. And he's got the Bills defense on the other side.
Yeah, I just see a little more fight coming from the Giants, especially if Saquon comes back this week, because the Bills are a little weak against the run. I can see a little more fight coming from those guys than coming from Deshaun Watson-less, Nick Chubb-less Cleveland offense. Who, by the way,
are they playing DTR again?
Are they playing DTR?
Yeah, the quarterback for the Browns.
Oh, okay, yes, the backup. I didn't know his name because I just saw him getting murdered.
It's like Dorian Taylor Robinson or something.
Okay, he got murdered his last start. Murdered.
Yeah, he was killing it in the preseason. I had hopes. I was like, maybe Deshaun Watson could be out of there faster, but.
And then you got Fred Wagner and the boys out there. Nope.
Fred Wagner has to be like the best linebacker in the league right now. He's insane.
I think they get scared before they even play the game that Fred Wagner's out there. Like it's ridiculous.
Or Warner. Fred Warner, yeah.
Warner, excuse me. Wagner.
Yeah.
Warner. Yeah.
I got Bobby Wagner on my team. So
who's also
who's also one of the best. Yeah.
He has Tony Pollard, he has Brian Robinson, he has Jalen Hurts, and is that Bijan? Oh no, Brian and Bijan.
Brian and Bijan.
Yes,
he has both. Yeah, he does.
I like Dolphins snap for this game. It could be anybody's game with T Hill on the other side, but I do like. And if Derrick Henry instead of Spears, it depends on who's weak, who's gonna be whose. I like Dolphins snap has the more upside as far as team goes, so I'm gonna pick.
Wow. All right, definitely going with Whitebeard. I think he's going to pull off the victory here.
Okay.
Definitely with Amari Cooper. We got Derrick Henry, Goff, Tyreek Hill alone, and Higbee. Yeah, I don't see him losing. And he got Bills defense against the Giants. This week he will be against Baltimore.
Against Baltimore? Okay.
Yeah, and then of course we got the Bills versus the Giants. That's a no-brainer here. All depends who's passing the ball to Cooper, Amari. Then we don't know. I think Higbee's going to do great. Collins, Tyreek Hill will go ballistic against Carolina. And Goff, he'll still put up points against Tampa Bay. Our defense is not as it used to be. So He'll definitely put up 2 to 3 touchdowns. We're just gonna have to outscore Detroit if we want to beat them. So yeah, I'm going with Whitebeard.
And you say that's ridiculous. No,
I'm just gonna be real. I said we're gonna win the game. I'm just saying our defense is not what it used to be. You saw what Philly did to us. I watched that game Monday night. That was horrible. Our defense just let Jalen Hurts do as he pleased. So I think Goff is gonna put up points, but we still win the game as long as we outscore them. As long as Baker does what he needs to do. What about you, Yoda? Who got the victory between?
I think it's gonna be. I'm gonna go with Whitebeard as well. I think Henry's gonna bounce back. I think the Bills' defense is gonna eat. Tyreek's gonna eat. Goff does play better at home, so him being on the road, I think he'll still put up maybe 20 points. I don't see him throwing for like 4, but as a fan, I hope he does. But usually he plays better at home.
I hear that.
I think they're gonna pound the ball with Montgomery a lot, so that might take away some of Goff's points. But I still think Whitebeard pulls this one out.
Is pretty decent against the run, no?
It will. This will be a test because we got like one of the best offensive lines, so it'll be a test to see which one's better.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a good game. I think it might make game of the week.
Ooh, I like it. I like your pick.
I like Dolphins snap here more. I mean, Ford for Cleveland and Cooper as well, both against San Francisco. They're probably not getting a ton of looks and a ton of yards. I mean, I don't think Ford has put up very much in the past couple of weeks. I'm not 100% sure, but anything can happen with Tyreek Hill. I think he can carry the team like crazy. But also Derrick Henry against Baltimore. I know Najee Harris hasn't been great this year, but they held Najee Harris to 37 yards last week. And I think that their front line, their front 4 is actually pretty decent. So I feel like Baltimore is going to have like not a revenge game, but get back on their feet game where they get ahead early and then there's not going to leave a lot of room for the run. So we'll see if Tennessee abandons that. The running backs on Dolphin Snap's team are just all good, and they have some pretty decent matchups. So I think each of those guys can go for like 20 points this week. And then he has the 49ers defense.
A-Chain. As I can see down there, he has A-Chain in the third spot. So if he would have had A-Chain in, I think it would have felt a whole lot better.
Yeah, for sure. And that's going to lend to whether or not Tyreek's going to get a lot of looks as well. Like, are they going to rely on the pass more, or I think Mostert's still in, so Mostert just going to go crazy instead? Like,
and they get Jeff Wilson back. Jeff Wilson also back there.
So there's that, and then Jalen Hurts hopefully pops off against the Jets. So I think Dolphin Snap has the higher upside here, with the chance for Tyreek Hill to get like 60 points as always. So
I agree.
All right, so we'll see what happens. Split down the middle between both Dolphin Snap and Sons of Whitebeard. Now, of course, we have W versus Tucker. Three digs in a blanket versus W. And as it starts off already,
is brave.
Russell Wilson, man.
Russell
Tucker
Wilson
is the bravest guy in the world. Okay, so he had Deshaun Watson also. Deshaun is not playing this week. So I take it that's why he went Russ today. I think he still could have went to the waiver wire and found a better option than Russell Wilson. But Russell Wilson is ranked pretty high. Ken, can you click on his name? Yeah, I just want to see. Okay, so week 1, 17, week 2, 44, week 3, 20, week 4, 22, week 5, 16, and he's not doing so well.
It's not a horrible.
No, it's not bad at all.
Yeah, so it's pretty decent, right? He had a really bad game a decent game week 5 and 1. So
I think a lot of Russell Wilson's points comes from them getting behind early, and he has to pass it late in the game.
Yeah, or rush, you know?
Yeah, and it could be garbage time as well, just getting a deep touchdown even though they're down by like 20, like that kind of stuff. So
the only thing that makes me cringe a little bit, Thursday game, short week, and you're going up against Patty Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, but even the Kansas City Chiefs are having their growing pains, right? They can't find a receiver who could catch the ball from Patty other than Kelsey. Yeah. So, I mean, let's see how this game turns out. It's actually in progress. It's going to be interesting to see how the second half rolls out.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely going with W for this one. Yeah.
Okay.
4-1. W puts up big points. Like I said, he put 187. He had lost to the undefeated paper.
So
I
based
think
on the past weeks, the fact that he made big points in the past weeks, he's going to do it again this week. That's what you're saying.
I said the same thing for Paper, and look what Paper did. He's back again, right?
I'm just saying.
All right.
I
So
don't
I
think
mean,
you get how fantasy football works. It doesn't
I do get it.
exactly work that way.
Listen,
Just because you had a
right.
big
It all
week
depends.
doesn't
It all
mean-
depends on the matchups, and I get it. Looking at these matchups that W has with his team right now, I think he will put up the same big numbers again like he did last week.
Okay.
I don't see Paper. I don't see Tucker putting up more points than Paper. I mean, than W. I see Tucker putting up the norm, probably 130, 120, but I see W putting up at least 160, 170.
Mm.
It all depends on how Joe Burrow and
Yeah,
Chase
They,
do.
they played great. They played great last week. I'm
And
assuming
no
they're going to play
offense,
great
people, but
again
that
this week.
Seattle defense isn't exactly Legion of Boom like. You know
And
what I mean?
there is a
No.
home game for them, but
Right. And it's 10 o'clock in the morning, so I think they out.
Burrow has been struggling this
Right.
year.
So
Oh, snap,
Yeah,
I
we'll
didn't
see.
know that.
It is a
Yeah,
10 a.m.
I didn't
game,
know that. It's an early game. Okay. Where are they, in London or
No, they're just in Cincinnati, I think.
at a 10 a.m. game? That's weird. I've never seen that. It usually happens when they travel. No.
These are the Pacific. Wait, what is going on here? Because there's 5 p.m. and 10 a.m. games.
yeah, that
This
got to
is-
be the.
These are
London
Pacific
game.
time.
Oh, okay. That's a 1 o'clock game.
Yeah, these are Pacific time.
That's weird. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I have to wake
Yeah,
up.
well,
Well, I have to
makes
wake
sense
up,
for-
but when I'm in bed on Saturday or Sunday morning, still at 10 a.m., I look at my phone. I'm like, oh, fantasy's starting. Shit.
Oh, okay. I get it now. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
It's
So,
still
yeah.
it's coin toss with Burrow, but yeah,
Go ahead. Yeah, Yoda. You go. You go.
I think I love my boy Tucker, but I think W's got this one. I think Diggs is gonna have it.
Go.
Diggs is gonna go off. Mostert could go off. Or Mostert will go off. I don't know about Komet. I don't know about.
Pittman's good. I don't know how
Yeah.
what his numbers look like right now,
Yeah.
but
I think he got Gardner Minshew throwing in the ball right now.
mhm. And whenever Gardner Minshew comes in, Pittman's points go up. So
True.
because it happened in like what
I-
week 2 or 3 when Richardson went out as
Yeah,
well.
when Minshew came in. Yeah.
I think it's gonna be closer than it looks on paper, but I'm gonna go with W still on this one.
That
He's
was
just got
Yeah.
too good of a team.
I
Yeah,
agree.
I'm
Paper.
gonna
What
take-
about you?
Okay, got paper. Okay.
I
I'll
think
let
I
you
have
pick
to. I think I have to go with W, just because Russell Wilson is not going to do much of anything in this game.
Mm.
I feel like Russ might end with 10 points. Like
Yeah.
I feel like he can end sub 10 points in this
Yeah,
game, sub
touch you to
15
Judy.
for sure.
That's all I need. Touchdown to Judy. That's all I need.
Yeah.
So it's going to be difficult, but like Diggs can pop off, like you said. Mostert's probably going to pop off, but on the other side, W has Debo Samuel against Cleveland, like
Yeah.
Devontae
Even
Adams
his
against
defense
New
has been
England.
pretty good, but yeah, I mean
think
Devo's
Jonathan Taylor
San
comes
Francisco's
back
different.
also.
And I do feel like Tampa Bay and Detroit could end in a lot of field goals potentially if Tampa Bay's defense does hold up. So he could actually get a bunch of points off of his kicker as well.
It's a good
So
point.
I'm going to roll with W on this one.
Mm.
All right. What about you, Cena?
W's team is strong, man. It's strong, but I don't think we talked enough about Saquon being back and really helping that Giants
True.
team fight. Yeah, Jordan Cook is always oh wow, he has the running backs on both sides of that game. Jordan Cook is pretty decent. They don't let him get in the end zone. That's the only thing that kind of kills his value. I like W, and only because he's got Taylor, which I think is going to have a big game against Jacksonville this week. You got Burrow, he's got Chase, he's got Adams, who's questionable. I'm not sure about if he's going to play or not, but I'm sure he has Chris Godwin down there. He has replacements. He has Debo right there. He could just plug that in and play somebody else. I like W this week.
It's always tough starting a Buffalo running back just because Allen rushes a lot too,
Yeah,
and they
Yeah.
pass so much.
they pass so much. Yeah,
They never really feed their running
Even when they had
backs.
Singletary, Singletary is such a good back, but
Yeah, he had to steal his end zone touches Singletary. I
Mhm.
remember I had him last year also.
And they
Towards
had
the
Zach
end of
Moss
the
for
year.
a bit too, didn't they?
They had Moss, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
you see
it
what
was
he's
like-
doing now. Like,
Yeah.
It was like
exactly.
a trade off. It would be like
Yeah.
Moss 1 week, Singletary the next. Moss,
Yeah.
Singletary. It was like going back and forth. Yeah. So definitely going with W. I think we all said W, right?
Yeah.
All
so
right,
Tucker will win that one.
Tucker's having
Tucker's gonna win.
he's got a
We'll see
battle.
how it goes down.
He's got a battle.
Then, of course, we have the last match: Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah,
versus.
we were already talking shit, me and my boy
Cena.
Jolly Roger on the group chat.
Okay, all right.
All right, so this is a must win for my team. Let's go.
So as it stands right now, I know you're gonna put in your kicker and
Yeah,
get your
just-
lineup nice and situated. I know you're gonna
That
get
makes
everything situated. You sure? Because then what happen come Saturday or Sunday, you're gonna say, "Oh, Tech messed you up. You didn't
You
put
already
your
messed
team."
me
Blah blah
up.
blah.
This is already
Okay.
this game, so it's
All
like,
right,
what
there
more
we
can I
go.
do?
There we go. You have
He's
no
gonna
players
play
in this game.
Denver's
Okay.
kicker, but he can't now.
Yeah, I guess. So.
I was not going. With that.
So Odell Beckham Jr. got some good players. Kirk Cousins, Mixon, Elker, Ridley, Ayuk. I mean, listen, yeah, his team is solid. I mean, so the thing is here, y'all both are 3-2. Oh no, he's 2-3. Okay.
And based on your logic, it's whoever has the better record throughout the whole
He
season
has the better record.
wins
Put
the
up
next week. So
put up the most
I should
points. I
win.
mean, if Yoda played anybody else besides Paper, he could win this week.
Yeah, listen. We all know Cino's going to leave at least 40 or 50 points on the
I know the
bench.
bench.
So
we might as well
let's just be honest.
Yeah, let's just give it to Odell Beckham Jr. Let's give it to
Two is
Johnny
gonna ball
Manziel.
this week.
Yeah. He's gonna leave 2 on the bench too.
I don't know. I know Fields had a good game last week, but I still might play 2 over Fields.
It's a toss up, bro. I can't even tell you who's starting in Sunday.
Then again,
You're-
Fields could be on a certain game momentum too, so it's in their home.
Yeah,
Your
it's-
team
Oh.
is really like impossible to manage. Like I do
Yeah.
not envy your position right now because
Yeah,
any
it's
of
a
these
lot of
players can get more
lot of
points than the
talent.
other ones.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
before Smith got hurt. I mean, what's his face? Jefferson got hurt. Like
Jefferson.
your right receivers are stacked.
Yeah,
Like, you got Moore, Lamb, Thielen's catching up. Jefferson.
right.
I was born.
Bro, you know what's screwed up? I actually wanted to try to do a package deal with you for Jefferson and Connor, and if we did that, I would have.
Yeah, you said that's what
Oh.
I said.
I would have been
I
over.
I should have
Yeah.
did that trade. I should have did that trade, bro.
You would be
I
fighting
Like, I would-
right now.
Yeah, I was gonna go even more in and give you some more stuff to also get Connor as well, but
should have.
Wow.
so glad I didn't.
Damn. Yes.
I'm telling you, as soon as both of them went down, I said, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I think Paper.
It's always the worst when you make a big trade and then one of them gets hurt.
I
It's
think
like,
Paper
yeah.
put a curse on me or something real quick. He was just like,
Oh,
you want to trade?
oh, you don't want to trade him?
You
Yeah.
don't-
Exactly.
All right, there
you
you
don't,
go.
you don't get him
We're gonna
anyways.
we're gonna make it. There you go. You don't get him either.
You know what? IR gets him now. There you go.
Yeah. That is so
But,
funny.
yeah,
That's so true.
Injuries.
That's a pretty solid trade off for though.
Yeah, it was. It was. I didn't think I chose the Jefferson of it all. That was stopping.
Yeah.
If I would,
It's hard when you got a superstar. They're hard to let go of.
It said CD Lamb. Like I say, I had CD Lamb instead of Jefferson from the jump. I would have
Yeah.
traded CD. I would have traded AJ Brown. I would have traded Smith. I would have traded any other receiver except Jamar Chase. I would have traded anybody but fucking Justin Jefferson. And
Yeah.
sure enough, look what happens. Boom.
Mhm.
I get bit by the injury bug.
Listen,
Yeah,
just make
so-
it the playoffs. He'll win you the
That's
playoffs.
exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it. To
Yeah,
the playoffs.
that's all.
I only
That's all
got
you need to
4.
say.
It's a mandatory 4 weeks for both guys, so I'm without them for 4 weeks. It's gonna hurt, but I got the talent to at least plug and play until we get there. So and then towards the end, maybe I could make a strong playoff push towards the end, the last 3 weeks of the season.
No, your team's so solid. Your receivers are all studs.
We should,
Yeah. I mean,
as you can see, I'm playing Jonnu Smith at tight end because, like I said, Arthur Blank does not like Kyle Pitts.
And primetime
Yep.
Johnny,
Yeah.
man. Let's bring him
Yeah.
back.
Yeah,
yeah.
He was shining
Oh
with
my
the Titans.
gosh.
It was so nice, man.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with Jolly Roger on this one.
You could go with whoever the hell you want to go with.
Yeah,
bro.
'cause-
Okay?
Yeah, I'm going with Jolly Roger. I mean, if I pick you're gonna say I'm picking you so that you lose.
That's right.
So I'm gonna
Don't
go.
pick
So I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
want
pick
to
you.
pick me. Don't pick
All
me.
right, cool. I'm gonna go with Jolly Roger. Like I said, I think Jolly Roger got the chance to win here. I think, like we just mentioned, your team is it's so difficult to manage because yes, Tua might pop off and get more points than Fields this week. Roddy,
Like,
White-
what's
Rashad
Osborne
White.
gonna do on the bench?
exactly, and then
Against Chicago.
my boy's gonna run all over Detroit and get like 3 touchdowns.
That's
I
not gonna
mean,
happen.
That's not gonna happen.
Okay.
They have the best rush
Rashad
defense in the
White,
league,
but
so
it's not gonna happen. He's a
All right.
no one's rushed for 100 yards on us yet.
Yeah, I got decisions to make. I also picked up the RB from Arizona to replace my boy Connor. So he looked pretty decent when he replaced Connor. A lot of pep in his step. I got decisions to make. I got to get a kicker.
Yeah.
I got issues. So
Field
we'll figure it out.
But we've given up goal line touchdowns. Like Kenneth Walker still scored some points. Like White could get a goal line touchdown. I wouldn't start at running back against Detroit though.
Yeah.
Unless they're like a superstar, but
I'm just hoping my other guys play up to how they're supposed to play, like Jacobs,
CeeDee Lamb,
and my boy Williams, who kind of underplayed last game.
Didn't CeeDee Lamb have like a point last week?
Yeah, and you, like you were saying
which
earlier,
is insane.
Earlier, he went to the coach and he started.
He'll be fine. He played against the 49ers, so
yeah. They even advertised. I saw it in one of my apps that
he's gonna do fine. He's gonna come back.
He went to McCarthy.
He should be
fine. Said that he needs more targets and he needs to be involved more. So I think the squeaky wheel gets the oil here. So I think
Thielen has another big game this week too.
Yeah,
like Bryce Young is like because they don't have any receivers over there, so. Speaking of that, there is a rumor that Lions might trade Jameson Williams for Burns, I believe. Brian Burns, one of the like good defensive players.
Okay, I can see that.
So we'll see. So they could get some receivers, but that's just that was just
Reynolds over there that could play. You guys got who else is in your?
We got Khalif Raymond, we've got Laporta, we've got St. Brown.
There's another dude over there, ain't there?
Which one?
There's another receiver over there, I think.
We have what's his face, Marvin Jones, but he's been pretty quiet.
Jones. Yes, he's been pretty quiet.
Yeah.
But I just think it's because you guys are so stacked.
I think though our defense is weaker, so we could afford to give up Williams for a good defender,
for a defensive player. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good trade. And Jameson Williams, I don't know, he had.
He's gonna be good. He's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
just gotta give him time. Dude, the speed is just insane.
So who do you have Yoda winning this game?
I'm gonna give this one to Cena. I think Thielen's gonna have a good game. I think CeeDee Lamb's gonna have a good game. Fields is question. I think either Fields or Tua is going off, and whichever one he's playing might be the one that doesn't go off.
Yeah, exactly.
His Cousins is leading the league, but he doesn't have Jefferson anymore, so he's gonna focus on Hawkinson.
Yeah.
If they shut Hawkinson down, Cousins isn't gonna do well.
Cousins did nothing.
But I mean, Eckler's gonna be fine. I think Ridley's gonna be fine. Flowers he's a good rookie. I think it's gonna be close, but I'm gonna give this one to Cena. I think it's gonna be within 10. It's gonna be another close one.
All right, Paper, how you feel?
I think Brodell has this one. I feel like I pick against Cino every time, but
the last time you did, I put up record numbers, so I think I'm good on this one. You ain't.
I don't know. Ayuk against Cleveland, Ridley against Indy.
Yeah.
I think Eckler against Dallas is sneaky strong. I think the front seven from Dallas is strong, but if Eckler can get to the secondary, he's going to go for a lot of points in this game.
Passes in the backfield is great.
Yeah. Seattle's pretty decent against the run. They can't defend the pass so much, so Joe Mixon might not be as good. So it's really tough. He's got the Saints defense against Houston though. But CJ Stroud hasn't thrown an interception yet, so I don't know how good the Saints are going to do.
Right? Houston either is really good or really bad. It's like
but CJ Stroud never gets rid of the ball, so that's going to be some points that the Saints likely aren't going to be able to get.
Yeah, and he did just he lit 188 last week. Brodell did.
Yeah. Yes.
So I mean, it's tough. It's tough. I'm not. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine. Him there though. He's benching Zach Moss, who put up 30 plus last week.
Which I would probably bench Zay Flowers
instead of
Zach Moss.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's his wife. That's his Baltimore guy.
The thing is, Zay dropped so many catches last week that I think he's just going to have a game where they're going to feed him and he's going to go crazy. So it's a trade off that might pay off here. I'm going to go with Brodell.
I still can't believe they lost to Pittsburgh last week.
Yeah.
Me neither. That was crazy. I did not. Oh man. That's crazy.
Matt Canada needs to go. He's one of the worst offensive coordinators I've ever seen.
That's why I started their defense, the Baltimore defense last week. I had to choose between Baltimore or the Steelers defense, and I chose Baltimore, and the Steelers outscored them by like 10.
I would have done the same.
Yeah. All right. I mean, listen, this makes sense to me. I think Brodell is going to put the numbers to. I think he's going to win this game. So, if you do win, I get it, but you need to win this match. You need to win this match. Tucker needs to lose. I need to lose so that you can get that spot. Pressure's on, buddy, because you're in the toughest division in the league right now. So all these games count. All these games count.
If you're my own competition, it's pretty easy.
I mean, I beat you already this season. I don't know why you're talking reckless. I beat you already this season.
That was a pity game, bro. I didn't want you to look bad, so I was like, let me let him win.
Ooh, what's that? You have 29 already? Oh, you have the defense, never mind. I was like, man, 29 already.
They've already got a sack and an interception.
Yeah.
The defense and one other player.
Oh, Kelsey. Did Kelsey score?
No, they got a field goal.
So Kelsey's got 12. That's good. That's a good start.
I got 29 points.
Doesn't matter though. 12 is going to be like my highest scorer. So.
Oh, he's got Patty in that game also. So that's actually could be very bad for you, Ken.
Who?
You
Who has what?
Starting in that game.
Pat Mahomes, I do.
You have three players. Well, technically a defense, but 3 players going off at one time. You only have 29 points. So that's not great.
Well, the defense is doing its part, of course.
It's the second quarter.
It's still early, right?
Judy was risky, I feel like, but
I felt
he gets some garbage. He'll get some garbage yards though.
You get a TD, I'll be happy. So
yeah,
we'll see how that goes. Pat Mahomes needs to start doing.
Mike Evans getting hurt definitely hurt you for sure.
It definitely did because I was exactly.
I think Smith and Jigba might have he's been a sleeper.
Yeah,
coming out of the bye, he's gonna start getting some more touches out of the bye. So.
It's just that Metcalf and Lockett are just,
and
it's so hard not to throw the ball to them.
I think Smith.
Him in college was insane.
Yeah, he has one of the lowest. I don't know what the stats called, but it's air yards. I think they've been just feeding him wide receiver screens just over and over again. They're not giving him very much to run route wise. So once they unlock him for that kind of stuff, once they start unlocking him for some routes, I think he might be better off, and he might be seeing some more touches.
Yeah, it's hard. It's a run team, right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah.
You can only see really those two, DK and Tyler, really getting the love there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But like I said, as of right now, this is the overall standings. Next week, we're gonna do a discussion about the draft. So, Paper, I hope you're back on. Yoda, I hope you're back on. We try to get everybody
I was gonna pick that kicker up. Damn, Dolphin snap.
Yes. We're going to try to bring everybody on that wants to be on to talk about the draft and where the teams are, where you expect your team to be. That should be a fun episode, guys.
Great, yeah.
Let's see who pulls it off this week. I think it's going to be good. I definitely do like this fantasy football league. I think it's very competitive. This is super fun compared to the other ones that I'm in. Speaking of which, I did beat Sino in another one last week. We're not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into that. We're talking about this one, which is fine.
Christ.
But yes.
What's your record?
I'm not going to talk about it, but I did beat him.
Wait. What's your record in that league, bro?
I don't know. I don't got time. I don't
No.
I'm 2-3. 2-3. Now that you mentioned it. Let's take a look here.
This fucking guy, man. He's like the one.
2-3, bro. Yes. 2-3. Okay.
Oh
it's 2 more than I got. So
okay. 2-3. Let's go.
Crazy.
I'm not the worst team in the league. I'm talking 2-3. I'm sorry for you. Let's see what Cino's at right now. Cino's 4-1 in that league. Okay, that doesn't matter.
I'm just glad we didn't discuss any punishments because right now it's not looking good for.
Yes,
it's not looking good for me.
No, there will be some. We just didn't discuss them yet.
Oh, okay. It's a surprise. It's a surprise.
You got to play 24 hours of Cerebro 7.
Oh man,
yes,
that would be fun to do like a snap-based punishment.
That would be dope.
We need this.
We can throw it in. I'm game. Even if I lose, I'm down to do something.
Yeah, we'll do some more of snap.
Chicago and Green Bay and Minnesota games and cheer for them.
Yeah, we do some snap punishment. That sounds fun. I'm down for that. Oh man.
That was
awesome.
I'm
sorry. Yes. All right, guys. So until the next week, like I said, it looks like we might
Cerebro 7 for 24 hours.
That sounds fun. We should rename this.
I'd be getting subs if I'm doing that. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you might get some. You don't know. Let's rename this podcast to "Looks Good on Paper." Because,
yeah, he's just coming back. He'll probably be back next week.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
I don't know about that.
As long as I'm not back as lowest, I'm happy.
Oh shit! You're always here too, but this is your podcast as well.
That's fucked up, bro. See, it's looks good on paper.
The thing is, my team doesn't either. It's like let's bet on paper and they play bad.
Oh,
It look good on paper preseason, I think, but
call it the explosive paper show. I like that.
yeah.
Gotta be seen, right? Absolutely right. All right, fellas, it was fun. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you guys next week.
Thanks.
All right, see you.